All right, Minimsites. All right, hi everyone. It's Brad from Minim Design Company, and today we are going over a Minimsite. I'm just getting started with this, and I'm very excited to show you the JO-SHMO Minimsite. All right, you are more than a JO-SHMO, but that's a good way to actually describe this website. It's very simple, down to earth, and yeah, at the same time, feels very fun and custom. So let's see what it can do for you. If you are looking for a website, and you're like, hey, I'm a small business, especially if you're a one-man operation, this is a good template for that. You could make it work with other options, but like maybe you're this one guy. In this case, you're an accountant, and you're like, hey, I just need people to know that I'm doing the work I'm doing, and that they can contact me really easily through my website and kind of get the SEO going. I don't really want to blog, and maybe like that's a great way to go if you would need SEO, but we could add that later, easy. Right now, you're like, I don't want anything crazy. I don't want to have to maintain it. I just want to get it going in like an hour and be done with it. This is probably the template for you. Here is the JO-SHMO template. I'll show you really quickly that, right off the bat, your mouse, as it moves, it kind of does fun things. So you got a really good, fun custom website right off the bat. It does things that only custom code sites can do. Look how that fades out and fades back in. It looks so slick and fun. And even your buttons are going to move when you hover over them a little, just to give a little bit extra life, and it really helps look more credible. I don't know why, but it does. So and that's what we want, if you're a credible person, you have something good to offer, we want your site to reflect that. We don't want your site to feel like it's a little outdated, or like, because then you feel outdated. People think that, at least. It's kind of weird. So we don't want that. But this is going to be really easy to edit. You're going to scroll through this and see that all you're going to do is you're showing off your services real simply. Not a whole lot more than that. Your experience kind of adds to that. And then, again, fun little 3D animation here as you're hovering. It's kind of, that card is moving in 3D, which is cool. These accordions look cool and they work well. And this is going to be your section to tell about you and maybe about your family or whatever it is you're interested in telling people. I recommend kind of using every one of these for that reason, just because it's just enough. It's not too much, and people can also scroll past it on mobile if they really have already seen it or don't want to see it. It's really easy to scroll through things whenever they're in accordions, so that's helpful. Then you have quick answers, FAQ questions. Super easy. How to peel an onion without crying? Don't. So anyway, have some fun with that, or don't, and actually just be serious and put good questions and good answers, and I think that will make up for what people don't get sometimes on a simple site. Maybe you don't have a lot of that you're telling people, but if you answer their questions right off the bat, man, you just know they can be helped, and that's it. You just want to help them, and if you can do that and show that here, they're going to call you, and that's the next step, is call. So I'll show you how to connect your form and edit all of this right now. Let's do it. Okay, so to edit this, when you pay the invoice that I send you, so you send me an email telling me I want this template, and I'll say, great, pay this invoice. You pay it, I will set you up with a Webflow account within a day, I would think, unless I'm sick or something. I don't know, but it shouldn't take long. And then you'll be able to have access to this site. So while you're waiting on me, maybe go through and start thinking about what content you want to add. And you're going to open up Webflow, webflow.com, and you'll have a dashboard like this with only one website. It'll be this one. It'll look just like this, the JO-SHMO. And we're actually going to click Open Designer, even though you are going to be in the editor. So this is just a easier way to get there. And when it opens, you'll see right away, you don't want to be in the designer. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick. You probably don't. You can if you want. I mean, have fun with it. I'll gladly teach you the ins and outs of this. But as you click on this, you just start seeing all the code, and there's just a lot more over here that we don't want to mess with. So we're going to do it the real easy way, where we can point and click on things, which is nice. And you won't be able to drag anything around or kind of mess anything up. So feel very comfortable here in the editor. So at the top, click, go from designing to editing. And this is where it gets so fun. Check this out. Click on this. Look, it's already ready to go. You can have this when you see this edit button, you click on it, and you can start typing away. So don't put too much text here, but say you have this banana. Introduce yourself, give a little catchy, like, what? Who's this person? That sounds kind of interesting. Wonder what they're going to say. And then come down here and say it. So as soon as they scroll, you're going to have this short elevator pitch of what to say. Just fill it in, and you can start typing away. It's really easy. Same with this little guy down here. You just start typing away. And if you even want to change maybe this button, you also have a button that you can do whatever you want with, really. But if you click it, you'll see there's a link. Click the link, and you can either change it to a phone or email or an outside link, like another website. If you want to change the text, click on the text and say, button so good. Okay, there you go. Okay, your services. How do we edit services? Because what if you can't just like type in and change it? Because what if you want to add another, or if you want to delete one, or you want to change the icon? Well, here's how you do it. It's so simple. It's with a collection, and your first warning is it's purple. Watch out, it's purple, 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 purple. That's how you know it's in a collection and that you don't click and edit it. So do not click and edit something that's purple. It's the only rule. And all you're going to do is go over here to your CMS, bling, click it, and you'll see that you have these collections. One for services, one down here that matches for experience, and then for questions and answers down here as well. Okay, so services, experience, questions, and answers. Services is the first one we're going to do, and you'll see there was like filing taxes was one of them, and if you need to edit that, you just basically change the name of it, super simple, to whatever you want. You can call it filing fish, and then we can either save it and it won't go to the site live right away, or you can go ahead and click the little arrow and click publish. Okay, and if you publish it, it makes it go live right away. So we go up here and we see, oh, filing fish. Okay, that's odd. I shouldn't do that. I don't know what that means. So that's not clear. So we should obviously fix that, right? So if we go back to services, we want to change that. Maybe you just want to delete the whole thing. Go down here to the bottom. You can click delete. You can either duplicate it and get started on another, or you can archive it and save it for later, and it won't be shown on a live site. All right, we fixed that. And now, if you want to add a new one, go over here to the top right, do new services, or it'll be a new item, and you could just type it away and get going. And if you need a new icon, here's a great place to get icons. Go to phosphoricon.com, phosphoricons.com. They have just a ton of great icons that you can change kind of the weights, like thin, light, regular, bold, fill, duotone. It's kind of cool sometimes. I typically just stick to this thin. You can change the color over here, and then you just save it as an SVG. So I'm gonna pick, I'll pick this little alarm clock, save it, easy as pie, and we'll go back to our website, go to your download, and then icon, and there you go. So we just created a new icon, or a new item right here, and I probably should have given it a better name, but there it is, it shows up. So simple as that. I'm gonna delete this, goodbye. So editing your experience is the exact same way. Look, experiences, it's gonna have a field for sort number, which is that first number you see, the date, which is at the bottom, and then the experience item. So that's going to be senior account manager at wherever. And if you see, that matches up right here with your sort number, your item name, and the date that you were there. So there's how you add your cred. And then this accordion, look, it's not purple. Okay, not purple, it's blue. So this is really easy to edit. You can say, where am I from? And just click and start saying a new question, a new question. And then maybe you're like, oh, the South Pole or the circle, maybe? Anyway, it's a joke for someone who gets it. North Pole. Cool, that's where you're from. Awesome. So change this up, and you just make this really simple. If you need to click this text, don't. If you really need me to, holler at me, I'll help you out. But you can also change this image just as easily by just clicking the image and changing it to a giraffe. That's too good. All right, let's leave it that way for now. All this text can also be edited very easily. Maybe this text here needs to be a link. You can add a link right here. Super simple. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is edit the contact section. Here we go, contact section. Scrolling down, you can see you can either select the link or the text. Now we're going to select this link here. If you ever have any problems and it's not working, just refresh the page. It'll fix it. You can type in John, and then I would go ahead and just Command A, Command C to copy, and then click the box. See the box on the outside? It's a little different than the box on the inside. And then change your email, just like that. John@cpasogood.com. So good. If you don't need this second line, you can change it to be something else other than fax. If you don't need it, just let me know. I'll hop on and delete it in like 5 seconds for you. No problem. Now you have your form, and then to see your form submissions, you can create, like, it's going to send you an email, first of all. But second of all, if this, for some reason you set it up wrong, you type in the wrong email, they're still there, and I want to show you that. Last thing. Okay, you want to change this link? That's easy. You just change the link. So you put in your YouTube here, your Facebook here, or if you need a new icon, remember those are also here in Phosphor Icons, where you could type in like LinkedIn. I don't think that was on there. So you could download a LinkedIn icon. And now let me show you the contact form, and we're done. Here we go. So go back, first of all, to your site settings. So hit the dashboard, hit the top left button, go to site settings. We're going to scroll down here to forms. In forms, we have a sender name, and this is just who is the email coming from. You could say Webflow, you could say your name, doesn't really matter. It's not something that a user is going to see. Then you want to send form submissions to your email. Be sure to type it right, or they're not going to come to you. You can do multiples by doing a comma, and just John@CPA. Okay, cool, that worked. The subject line is the email. This is kind of your attention grabber. So you're going to say, I don't know, something like that. It's just something to get your attention because it's just going to you. And you don't need a reply address. No point in that. Then an email template. If you want to send yourself a message that just says like, hey, guess what? Good job. You got some work, or something like that. But there's a little bit more this form can do, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. If you have any questions, let me know. But if you need to save all these to a platform, definitely look at like Flowdesk or something like MailChimp. I don't recommend MailChimp, but something like that to do this, and you will add that in here and just have a little bit of communication with me about that, and I'll help you really quickly with that. But your contact forms will all come in here, and so you'll never miss them. Even if you type in your name wrong up here, your email wrong, typed in like Ymail, like, oh, I don't have Ymail, whatever. Well, they're all still here, and you can export them as a CSV, and upload them either from here to Flowdesk or whatever. So, guys, that's it. That's literally it. Let's take a look at your site one more time. Again, cool interactions is very important. We want to get your message across very quickly and show off who you are. I recommend putting a picture of you here, or your family, or whatever makes sense for your business. Here's what I do. Here's why I'm legit. Let me tell you a little bit about me. And you probably have some questions. Let me answer those real quick. And then at that point, who's not going to call you? You know what I'm saying? That's like, if you have what they're going to call you, period. So it's pretty simple. Nice, simple site. You could have this up and running really quickly, probably within an hour or less. If you actually, what I recommend is watch this video first, which you're probably doing, and then clearly you're doing that. Come with your content ready before you even purchase this. That way, whenever you pay that invoice, then you're ready to go, and I can set you up with a Webflow account, and you'll be just ready to plug and play and be done. So think about what images you want, think about what text you want to say, and about how much room you have. Kind of like here, not a ton of room, but it's needed. What's needed. So think about how you would fill in these little gaps, and it won't be long, and you'll have a website so fast, guys. So thank you so much. I hope this is helpful, and if you have any questions, contact me.
Minimsites! Minimdesignco.com. Nice.